Hi, good afternoon, art friends. Me, Teacher Zheng. Welcome to this week's art class. So our subject will be a hand. So to construct the hand, you need to do the hand, you need to do the construction drawing. So what we are going to do first is the palm. Construct it as simple as possible. So you have a rectangle shape here as an initial construction. Then you need to create the construction for the fingers. Do lines at first, so you could keep it as simple as possible, and then we could just work on the details as we go along. The idea for doing the construction first, or lines of the fingers, so you could have this arc. If you notice, it will have an arc like this. It will not be a straight like that, or a crooked line like this. It will always have a smooth curve around the edge of the fingers. It's called arc of movement. Then we will have something here for the thumb. Now that we were able to position the arc of movement, or the trajectory, or the lines where the fingers will be placed, then you could now slowly start building the construction drawing. Again, when building the construction drawing of the fingers, try to do it as simple as possible, meaning the bottom part of the fingers that is closer to the palm is wider, and it becomes a little bit narrow as it goes up, or as it goes to the fingernails. So what you need to do here is slowly construct it. You don't need to create the details yet. You can just simplify the drawings, because what we are planning to do is to create the proportions first and make sure that everything is correct before we even detail our project. There's a lot of misconception on drawing the fingers, that you need to create curves like this at first, on which I always suggest to simplify the lines as much as possible and have a thicker base, or a thicker area of the finger that is closer to the palm, and a little bit narrow as it goes towards the fingernails. So this one would need to be adjusted here, and the pinky will be needed to adjust it a little bit lower, somewhere on this area. Then of course you need to establish the ring finger, and then the middle finger, and then now, once you have this initial construction, what you need to do is evaluate the position of the fingernails, and if you need to, then you need to then adjust as much as possible. So let's just say we need an eraser, because we made a couple of mistakes. So I would take this out so I could erase some of the areas. Okay. Now, to clean this one, either you use an eraser, or if you're doing digital, what you could do is do another layer on top, and then of course make sure that you just change the color of your pencil. So I'll adjust this one. And then on the adjustments, you could either work a little bit on the outside or work on the inside. Just make sure that you're not that afraid in making certain adjustments on your drawing, because it is needed to create a more proportion hands or fingernails or fingers. Have one here, have a line on this part, and then of course try to study the trajectory or the movement of the fingers, especially the placements. And then I have this one is here, so I have a cut on this one. Wait first, let's undo. And so it's somewhere here, not on this area. And then of course I need to go through this, and then I need to double check this one that it's correct. Needs to loop onto this part. And of course I have an extension here for the bone, and work through that one. I could just simply shade the areas that's needed to. So there you have it, the construction drawing of a hand. So again, what you need to pay attention is the arc of movement of the fingernails. It must not be straight, or it must not be cornered like this. It needs to have a smooth loop or arc of movement. Try to study the proportions and the thickness of each fingers. You could just place the fingernails later on. Don't concentrate too much on the details. What we need is to simplify muna the lines, that the fingernails that is close to the palm, or the fingers itself, that is the parts of the finger that it's close to the palm, is a bit more thicker compared as to the part of the finger that it's close to the fingernails. So try to study thick to thin line, and then eventually you could get the proportions of your hands. So I will be seeing you guys on your social media pages. I will send you the pictures, the more detailed drawings on paper, and the instructions on our current theme for this week. I would post this on YouTube as a link, and then I would see you guys on your art class schedules. So may everyone have a wonderful week. Stay home, stay safe. This is Teacher Jang. Love and peace.